Hey my treasures, it's time for a new Hearthstone deck. This one will be perfect for Halloween. I honestly did not actually plan on doing something like that, but it worked out in the end. The deck in question is Dragon Skeleton Mage. The idea behind the deck is to introduce a few new win conditions to it so you can actually win out the game through those new methods such as Kazakusan or using a raid boss Onyxia, so you can actually buff up your Sire Nathrias to absurd levels. While this does mean this is a little bit more top heavy of a deck, it is still pretty consistent for what it is. I had around a 60% win rate across the 20 games that I actually played with it, which was a much bigger shock to me. However, if you want to go for a more dragon package and you want to try to get Kazakusan out as easy as humanly possible, you could try out this 30 card variant that I'll also leave in the description down below, though I do think the 40 card version is a lot better because it allows you to run a bunch of cheap cards without having to worry about space too much. Though if you really wanted to, you probably could cut out some of the hero power package or something else so you wouldn't have such a top heavy deck. For the Mulligan guide, the cards that you are looking for are cards like Wildfire, Amalgam of the Deep that you can actually target your Amplified Snow Flurry or the ads off of Frostweave Dungeoneer so you can get additional elementals. Solid Alibi if you're in an aggro based matchup and you have either Blizzard or Deathborn in your opening hand. Otherwise, you're looking for cards like Nightcloak Sanctum, Arcane Intellect, Reckless Apprentice, or Deepwater Evoker. All these allow you to either draw into additional cards or deal with some early game minions. Nice thing about this deck is it has a lot of draw power that allows you to actually get to most of your deck without having to worry about breaking on a lot of things while also generating you some type of advantage. With that all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, time for a game against Mage. This might actually just be a very close mirror match, and by close mirror match I mean probably Skeleton Mage. Going to mulligan everything away because we bricked pretty hard there. I like this hand a lot better. It isn't the worst hand in the world, but it isn't the best hand in the world either. Because we can use the Amalgam of the Deep to use it on the Snow Flurry if we really need to. You can also coin out the Snow Flurry if we need to too. I think this was the game where the person roped me for the first few turns, but then it got really exciting towards the end. And that is another target for the Amalgam of the Deep. There aren't actually that many cards in this deck that aren't targets for it. There we go. They're going to put down their Amalgam. Flurry. Freezing it is a bit annoying. We can use the Amalgam. We could also, well, we have a nice turn 3 and 4 play now too. Might as well grab another Snow Flurry. I got Amalgam on my mind. Okay, let's see if we can actually draw into... Of course we didn't draw into a Frost spell. Okay, that's fine. Cold case, so it is going to be a mirror match for the most part. We just have an additional package within the deck. That's actually not that bad of a top deck. Let's just put down the Sanctum and go face. Then we can freeze out one of their minions, and I'm assuming they're probably going to use Deathborn in a turn or two. Because they don't have a coin this turn, but they should have a coin pretty quickly. Okay, so they're freezing out most of our board. Now, let's put the Zero Drake down, just to put more board pressure on board. Perfect, a Blizzard. I would have preferred to get the other one, but well, we're just going to clear everything out. Interesting, a Rustrot Viper. Don't think there's any classes that I really would want to run that against besides Paladin. Oh, Kazakusan. Maybe we can actually get him out this game. We just need 2 more dragons. Let's draw a card, see what we get. Alibi for 2. One downside of having a bunch of cheap spells in the deck is you're not going to always get a lot of armor off of it. But it is another Amalgam target, which is why I included it. I know pirates aren't the best Amalgam targets in the world, but okay, Caligos, we can actually work with that. I'm trying to think of what I want to do here. Let's ping their face. Use that to draw 2. Getting another Snow Flurry, so that's number 3. 2 turns we have Kaligos, then Rune of the Archmage too. Okay, they're going to shuffle their hand back into their deck. That's honestly one of the cards that I would run in the 30 card version of the deck instead of some other cheap cards, just so you can unbrick your hand really easily. You could also probably cut out the Runes of the Archmage, but sometimes they come up. Okay. We can Blizzard everything. Just stall out for an additional turn. In their face, because why not? Put down the Snow Flurry to empty out our hand a little bit. Okay, Magister should guarantee them, I think, no, it won't guarantee them Deathborn. It'll get them Cold Case. That's perfect for us. Wildfire is a little bit annoying though, because they can get, oh, no they don't. I scaled them up 1 damage too much. That's perfect then. Sire. Not really necessary yet. Let's put down Kaligos, see what we can get. Going for Fireball. Might have been better to actually grab the Refreshing Water, just so we could have had a way to draw more cards, because we're 1 dragon short from Kazakusan being online. And we do have Fire Eye in hand, so I don't actually mind getting rid of the entire deck if we can guarantee get something really cool. Oh, perfect. Just what we want to see. Got the Azura Drake. Sure, we're not going to be able to use Kazakusan this turn, but I'll take it. Then we can go face with that. Freeze out the minion, get another minion. Drawing our spell out of our deck. Getting a Wildfire. Doesn't give us the elementals, but I don't really care. Just allows us to scale up our hero power a little bit. Okay, they're going after the Kaligos. Honestly, that's probably the best solution for them. Oh, that means everything's going to die here, and they're going to get up to 6 damage. We do have the 2 solid alibis that could actually keep us in the game. Interesting for a top deck, not necessarily what I want. Let's go for Clockwork. Ooh, Embers, because that actually wins us the game almost instantly. Book of the Dead, perfect. And then we're just going to use Solid Alibi to protect our face. I think we technically need 2 hero powers to get Fire Eye online. I wonder what they're going to steal. Oh, they stole a Rune of the Archmage. That is probably the best thing they could have took out of our hand, because it doesn't actually do anything against us. I mean, it allows us to clear out the, or them to maybe clear out our board and protect their face for a turn, but could have been a lot worse. Eyeglass, let's see what we can grab. Sure, let's grab the runes that we just had stolen from Mars. Let's see what we get. Okay, so, oh, Iceblood Tower could be really fun, depending on what it actually draws into. Oh, and there's a Book of the Dead. And that is why you don't end your turn when you have that rolling. Probably should have put down the Apprentice. Huh, great. Just exactly what we wanted to see out of the deck. Okay, they're going to use their rune. Fire Cell. Cross Touch. Oh no. So we can't win next turn. What are we actually going to do? I honestly probably should have checked what that was going to be. Oh, we didn't have any spells in hand, so I guess it didn't really matter. And then we got our second Embers, which is not that good because it only does 3 damage. Well, let's see what they get here. Hopefully they don't get another solid alibi. If they do, we lose. Well, we're gonna probably have to Hail Mary with the Sire, or we just lose if we don't. Unless we got the Book of the Dead. But let's just see if this works. And it did. Okay, time for a game against Rogue. Actually kind of amazing. Oh, I guess Miracle Rogue is floating around. Ooh, this opening hand actually isn't the worst, but we're going to mulligan everything besides the Dungeoneer away, and we're going to brick. I kind of wish I wasn't as greedy as I was, but it is what it is. Okay, they're 40 cards, so they're not probably Miracle. I want to do something with, I guess the last rogue deck that I put out was Thief Secret, so maybe not something with Secret. Then again, the last Mage deck I put out was Jailer with some skeletons in it. So, okay, they are going to be Thief. We do have a bunch of our win conditions in our hand, which is real nice. We're going to put down the Dungeoneer. Of course, we're going to get Wildfire. I mean, Wildfire is fine in the long run, but I would have preferred to have the 1/1 Elementals, because Rogue can't deal with them, and it freezes their face. Maybe I will do like a coined Rogue deck. Oh, there goes an Amalgam and a Snow Flurry. Rune of the Archmage, I'm not actually sad about losing. Of course it's going to be Theatar. Okay, we're just going to use our Wildfire and put down our location. Good news is, Kazakusan, in theory, if we draw into it, we should be in a really good position. Lobotomizer, okay, someone's actually running that card. Little bit weird, but I won't question it. There is no way in the world that we actually use Theatar this turn because we have too many really good cards in our hand. Let's just use the Cold Case. And Magister should give us Cold Case and Wildfire. Oh shit, what are they going to have for us? Best in the Shell. Not a card that I really want to deal with, but we should still be fine. It's only 2 attack. Perfect, we sniped the 2/2. Let's draw a spell, see what we get. Blizzard is good for next turn. Let's freeze one out, back into the other, hit it with our hero power. Probably should have hit the other one with the hero power, and then we'd have Blizzard. It is what it is. Okay, they got our Deep Water Invoker, gained 2 armor. You know, after rebranding to a pirate, I really haven't done much with the pirates in Hearthstone. There are some really, really bad decks that I have in my head, but most of them will probably never see the light of day because either A, I've already tested them out, or B, they're just a really, really ridiculous idea. Maybe towards the very end of the expansion, I'll try something out with, I don't know, Sucker Hooker, or whatever that pirate for Shaman is. Okay, so we're going to test out what the Blade Master is with our cheap Snow Flurry. Oh, we could also use the Magister Dungrass. Okay, so it's actually spell. I'm fine with it being spell, because we have no spells in our hand. Because who needs spells when you got a bunch of dragons? I also wanted to try out like a questline Dragon Mage, but I wanted to try to do something like this. It wasn't the original intention to have it come out on Halloween, but at the same time, when I realized what the Monday was, figured why not do something with skeletons again? They're the perfect Halloween deck. Let's use Magister, see what we get. Hopefully a Blizzard would be nice. A Wildfire, and Cold Case. Okay, we're not going to get the Blizzard. This should be at 4. There's nothing with 4. Probably should have hit the Blade Master, but oh well. We have 3 2/2s. We're going to want to start to get some of our minions out of our hand. Because if they're Thief, we don't want them to take anything from our hand. Because I've had too many bad experiences where a Rogue just keeps bouncing back Theatar over and over and over again. So nice seeing people actually running Sprint. Turns out the buff to 5 mana actually did something. It only took almost a half of a year later for it to do something. Actually, it might have been a little bit longer than that. Okay, they're going to put a Wideboard out. We have the choice between a Nixia and Hail, but let's put a Nixia down. Kill the Blade Master so we don't have to deal with it. Probably should have attacked into the 3/3 with the Nixia instead, but oh well. Then just keep the last one up. We have the nice Sire in hand so we can actually just slam it down next turn. Oh shit! Assassinate. Wait, are they Reno? Have we seen any duplicates in that deck yet? Because if they're Reno, that could be fun. I love me a good Reno deck, and I haven't... I guess I did a Reno deck recently. Trying to think of all the build-around cards that exist in Standard and which ones I haven't done. Lady Prestor, I think, is the one that I haven't done for the longest period of time. There's Kazakusan. Let's put down Sire so we don't have to deal with them stealing the Sire, because it is a quite big one. Oh no, they killed our Sire. Oh no, that is really, really bad. They have 8 cards in hand. We do have the Theatar. Well, we're not getting that Sire back. They can just eat our board again. Let's try to... There we go. Exactly what we needed to see. I guess give them a flurry and then just draw a card. Reckless Apprentice, not bad. Wish we had some way to deal with the 2-3 though on that turn. Oh, we did. We could have used our hero power to get rid of it. And the Sire of their own. Around and around the Sires they go. When they stop, and no one knows. We have this Sire. Let's just put it down. See if it kills everything. Perfect. Only did 10 damage to face, but I don't really care. 10-10 body is really, really nice. Now, that is not really nice to see. Oh, they don't actually steal it. Okay. I'm fine with that actually happening. Yeah, I really wanted to try out like a Vander questline mage deck with a bunch of dragons. It might be something to try out in the future, because if we're doing a Northern expansion, I would not be shocked to see more dragons for each individual class. And given the fact that Reno is a dragon, I'd assume Mage is probably going to be one of the classes that gets the dragons. I could be wrong, but you never know. Snow Flurry is probably the best, or Flurry. Let's just protect our face for a turn, and then we probably should have freezed out their board so we could have protected Caligos for a turn too. Or at least hope and prayed we did. That was a little bit of a mistake, but it's fine. They'll have a board clear in hand. Oh no, a Theatar of their own. Well, I guess they're gonna steal something else out of our hand. Let's see what they grab. Yeah, that's what I figured. Now, that's actually a really funny card to give us because it is 6 damage on board. Caligos dies. We're what, 1 dragon away from Zakazan? I'm assuming they're just trying to empty out their hand a little bit. Okay, what do we top deck? Wildfire for 5, which means I probably shouldn't have done it like that. But we can freeze out all those, place down those, and then just pass the turn back. We probably should have done the Sylvanas that turn, or killed the Sylvanas. Hit Flurry, that's Greymane. Don't think this copies anything that... Oh, that could be a problem. Especially burning the Reckless Apprentice. I would have preferred to keep that, to be honest. Oh, they have a full board. But we do still have some gas in our deck. For example, the Perfect Fire Starter. Let's burn away their board. Do a bunch of damage to face. Actually, probably should have hit the Sylvanas first. Okay, they're going to take 1 point of fatigue. Oh, Krakatoa. That is a funny coincidence. I mean, they're not going to take fatigue damage at this point. Now, here's the hard choice. We can continue to go for the Kazakusan, or we can just win the game out right now. Because I think Kazakusan is online, but winning the game is more important, at least for now. Wonder if I have to update it so often to keep me auto-logged in or something. Actually, almost a perfect hand. Because turn 1, Wildfire. Turn 2, either coin out the Dungeoneer or Arcane Intellect. Dungeoneer allows us to freeze them and their Demon Hunter. Yeah, I actually like this hand a lot. Deathborn's not bad either, especially because we can use the elementals off of the Dungeoneer if we actually get them. That is the key. Yeah, it'll be for a video. I think I have enough footage now. I really just want to get a really good game with Kazakusan. The issue is, in a 40 card deck, he doesn't always come up, and usually by the time he does, he is a little bit too late. But for the most part, most things I do on the stream will be for a video. There's going to be very rarely something that isn't, unless something just doesn't work well on stream, and then we won't put it up on the channel. It's going to be a little bit frustrating to deal with, so I would have preferred to use freeze on that, but let's see if we can get exactly what we wanted. Gotta love the fact that Hearthstone prioritizes class cards when discovering. 3 more damage to face. I kind of want to revisit the Murloc Demon Hunter deck. I know people... Actually, I think the other Murloc for Demon Hunter rotated out, so it wouldn't be as important. Just gonna do this. I could use this and try to take the 50-50, but yeah, this is fun. I think after this game, I'll do one more standard game, and then I'll hop over to Mercenaries for a little bit. Gotta love that. Especially when we have the Deathborn in hand, but I don't know if I want to waste the Deathborn. Depends actually what we top deck. And we don't top deck anything good, so we're just going to waste this. Get those off of the board, get us 2 more minions. I'm really shocked that someone's actually running that card in aggro. I wish we had some type of freeze for their face. Oh, that works. Ask and you shall receive, I guess. Just hope they don't have a topple the totem or idol. Would be cool if Night Cloak could actually hit face. Would be a little bit more broken, but it would have been nice. And we want to keep these elementals alive. So I'm not going to use Deathborn. Okay, 8 attack. They're running out of gas, which is nice. But we need something to heal us up. We're freezing your face. Go in here. Come on, hit this. Okay, don't hit that, I guess. Goes like this, and then this, and I guess freeze one of these. Gives us a little bit more board pressure. We can use Kaligos next turn to try to RNG our way into some direct face damage. Or they're going to have Jace. Shit. Well, the good news is Jace is mostly useless here, actually. But we are going to want to kill the Jace as quickly as possible. I don't want to take the 7 face damage. We either try or... Oh, I guess we can put down Kaligos, see what we get. This is technically what I wanted, but... I'm going to go face, use one of these... We just need something to kill this. Come on, hit there. Or face, I guess. Perfect. Hit face. Do we have anything else? Ooh. I'll take that. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Just what we needed. Because they can't kill us if we take half or 1 damage per hit. And they already placed down Jace, so... Okay. Yeah, that's what I would have done too. Okay, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. Overall, this deck was quite a pleasant experience. I had around a 60% win rate across the 20 games I actually played with it, though Kazakusan in the 40 card variant never really came up too much besides the games that I showcased it in this video, because most of the time when Kazakusan would actually come up, your opponent would either be A, close to death and you could win it some other way, or B, you had already used a bunch of your win conditions and won through something else. The really big Sire Denathriuses are incredible in this deck. I had a 32 damage Sire Denathrius in one game, and I think I had a 30 damage Sire in quite a few other ones, which is something quite pleasant. However, I will say the one other win condition that didn't really come up as much as Kazakusan was Kel'Thuzad. Kel'Thuzad was in here because you are running the skeleton package, and I figured it would be nice to include him. However, he wasn't really necessary. You could also probably try to cut out some of the cheap early game minions, put in some additional draw power, and then use Vander instead, then discounting all your high cost minions that way. Either way, this is honestly an easy deck for me to recommend. It was quite successful at what it did, and it allows you to use a card that not a lot of people are using right now, which is Kazakusan. With that all being said, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.